Alright. Hi there, my name is Annabelle Hooper and welcome back to my channel.
We'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
To you guys in I don't know, a long time. I just wanted to come back and make a video because I have a huge life announcement. Title of this video, you already know what I'm about to say, but my husband and I moved countries during a global pandemic, and we now are residents in England. And yeah, we moved to the United Kingdom from Southern California, Long Beach, and we've been here for about, I think, 3 weeks now, and it's just so crazy. And I just kind of wanted to talk to you about the journey that led us here and how it all went and the work that was required and what we had to do. It was a lot, and I'm feeling finally a little bit settled here, even though we still don't have our own home or anything yet, but starting to just get a routine in. So I just wanted to make a video about the whole journey and just how it went. So I'm just going to start from the beginning and just go through how we got to where we are today. I have some video footage of different parts of the journey that I will just input here and there, or pictures. I wanted to vlog the literal moving process, but honestly, packing up your entire apartment to 10 suitcases and basically either selling or donating or getting rid of everything else was very overwhelming. And I just, in the midst of it all, was like, I'm not in the right headspace to be filming and being fun for the camera. So I didn't film a lot of it, which is unfortunate, but hopefully from here on out, I can film a lot of things. Basically, about 6 months ago, I believe it's 6 months ago, back in end of July, August time, a good friend of ours who lives in England reached out to Will and I about job opportunities at a church that he currently works for in the town of Bournemouth, England. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Bournemouth, England. I'm working on my accent. And Will and I were very happy in Southern California, in Long Beach. We loved our lives. We both had great jobs and we're just really enjoying our time together, even though it's been COVID. We lived by the beach and we got to go on walks and see my family. My family lives in California. And so it kind of came out of nowhere, but Will and I were just in a place in our life to say yes to an adventure, and we prayed so much about it, and it was incredibly heartbreaking to leave California, but it was also very exciting. So we spent a couple months just thinking about it, doing interviews, praying, kind of just seeing if we felt peace about it from God, or if it just kind of felt like unnerving in a negative way. And at the end of the day, we really felt like God was leading us into it. We identified very early on that it wasn't a disobedience or obedience thing. If we didn't move, God would be mad at us. It wasn't that type of situation at all. It just really was about feeling like God was inviting us into this chapter if we wanted to say yes. And Will and I really needed a lot of courage and faith, but we decided that we were just going to go for it. And of all the years, 2020 was not what anyone expected, and I think it put us in a place to say yes to something new and exciting for the first time in a long time. And so we said yes, and that began the whole process of moving here. So currently the jobs we have, which we actually are starting this week, Will is full-time youth pastor, which is very exciting, and then I'm working part-time for the church, and I'm assistant children's pastor on an amazing team, and I'm so excited. Obviously, again, in England with the pandemic and COVID-19, it looks very different, and a lot of our work will be from home, but we know in time to come things will just get more and more exciting, and we'll start to meet people in person, so really excited about that. But we're both working for a church, and yeah, that is our job titles and what we'll be doing. So I'm really excited to be working part-time as well, because it allows for more time for YouTube and things like that. I'm going to be dedicating a lot more time to this channel. which I love. I just love things like this. I've loved watching YouTube, so I'm excited to just do my own little content creation here and there. For the next few months, Will and I began to sell everything. Like I said, we're basically completely starting over, so we didn't take furniture with us, we didn't take house items with us, we took a few keepsake things, some blankets and pictures, but otherwise we were completely starting over, which was really hard for me because I loved our home in Long Beach and we'd worked hard to make it beautiful and comfy for us, so it was a bummer, but we were able to give a lot of our things to good friends in our lives or sell things and find new homes for a lot of our precious items, and then we donated a bunch of things as well. So that was really a lot of work, but it was what we had to do. So Will and I ended up packing down to 10 suitcases, so 8 checked bags, 2 carry-ons between the 2 of us, which I have to say is pretty remarkable. I know 10 bags sounds like a lot, but when you have a whole apartment with another person, the amount of things you collect is actually insane. So thankfully my parents are storing some of our things at their house that we really didn't want to part ways with, and then the rest of it gone and packed into a suitcase what we kept. We are basically empty apartment. We just said goodbye to some of our best friends that took a bunch of our furniture because they were getting married in April. There you go, Will. And we leave in
a few hours.
And this morning Will's staff from church, the people he works with, all came by and did a drive-by, which is really sweet, and they just got out of their cars and waved at us. But yeah, they brought us donuts, and we're just gonna finish sweeping and cleaning up a little bit and packing and doing all that, but it's so crazy. How are you feeling?
Everything.
Yeah, how are you feeling though?
Happy,
this is
excited.
Gonna be good to document, show our kids.
I'm feeling sad that we're leaving, but happy for the opportunity. Looking forward to seeing my family. But sad to leave our family here.
I know. Oh, Will. I know, it is very exciting. We just have to be excited for what's to come and not think too much more about it. It's just
sweep under the carpet, right?
A temporary adventure that we have no time frame.
Come on.
With, I guess.
Let's
get it.
Pass. Passport.
Wait, you're carrying on. It's hard. Wait, turn this. Will. This isn't gonna work.
It's 56 centimeters long. That's the limit.
So we hopped on a plane from LAX to London with our 10 bags. We moved here. Up to moving though, there were a few different things that we had to do. I applied for my residency here. So Will and I are married. So because he originally is from England, he is a citizen here in England. He allows me to then have citizenship secondhand, basically, since we're married, which is really good. So it made the process very easy. So we applied for my residency, we got it in the mail, and I just picked it up, I think about a week and a half ago. And I can work here and live here for the next 3 years, and then we can renew it or decide whatever we're going to do from there. So that was a really easy process. We did that, and I got fingerprinted, got my picture taken, all good. Stuff just is never ending, but yeah, we're all in a good place with all of that. So we checked those boxes. And then of course I gave my 2 weeks notice at my current job, as well as Will did. And I was really sad. I said goodbye to all my clients because I was a hairstylist in Newport Beach and I loved it, but I was, again, ready for this new chapter and very excited. And although it maybe didn't make sense from the outside, we really felt like it was the right thing for us. So I started telling people I worked with and my clients that I was leaving, and I finished work, and then I packed up a whole house, and then that led us again to get on the plane. So we flew out December 9th and we landed December 10th. And I shared the story on my Instagram, but basically we said goodbye to my parents, which was so hard. I cried so much and it was really challenging, but part of the process. But anyways, we got on the plane and I ended up actually giving myself food poisoning because I ate chicken 6 to 7 hours after they had served it to me because I wasn't hungry at dinner time, and then I fell asleep on the plane, blah, blah, blah. I ended up throwing up on the plane, throwing up in the London airport, throwing up back at Will's parents' house. Yeah, so The whole journey was a little rough for me. I started to vlog it actually, and you'll see I have some footage, and then it just cuts off because I was sick, literally diarrhea and vomit. Finally made it onto our plane. It was an emotional goodbye with my parents, and we love them so much. So that's been super hard, but we're finally on the plane. We got some Starbucks. We got a bacon Gouda sandwich, a cake pop, water, passion tea, and we are all set.
Tell them where we're sat.
Oh yeah, we are sat in premium economy, which is so crazy for us because we've always flown economy on all of the flights we've ever done internationally, which has been a lot of flights. So we're very happy because it's just 2 seats, and Will and I are in both of them, obviously. So COVID-wise, it's very nice just to have each other next to one another. And we got a headset, a blanket, and a pillow, and the seats recline a little bit more. We got our TV and 2 meals on this flight too. So we're super thankful and excited, and sad, but excited. What is that?
I can't undo it. It's an eye mask and socks.
Eye mask and socks. I love that. Anyways,
World Traveler Plus me.
we'll talk to you later. Bye. Oh my gosh. With my small one. All right. So that was disgusting. But yeah, I posted that story on my Instagram with all the details. But my first 24 hours in the UK, I was sick, so that was not very fun for me. But then over the next 10 days after landing, Will and I were required to quarantine. So we quarantined at his parents' house, which is still where we currently live. That was actually really fun. I mean, quarantine wasn't hard. We lived with his family, so we got to see his family for the first time in a year and spend time with them. We just drank lots of Prosecco, lots of fancy cold brew coffees, ate lots of food, played games, got to visit with Will's sisters, and our nephew, which was amazing. And yeah, we literally, the 10 days flew by. The UK government did actually call us though, because you fill out, a form that says where you'll be quarantining and a phone number and the address and everything. And so our first day after landing, we got calls from them just confirming that we were in fact quarantining, which I thought was good, which we did. That was something that we were not going to break, and we feel very strongly that it's important to quarantine, especially because we were coming from LA County, which is a highly COVID case city. I think they said LA County has the highest cases in the state with the highest numbers, in the country with the highest numbers. So yeah, the government called to confirm that we were, which was funny, and then we never heard from them again. So that was easy. Nothing scary happened, like them coming to the door, which was nice because you always hear these stories of these things happening and you wonder if it's gonna happen to you, but it didn't. In the quarantine, I also revamped Will's childhood bedroom. So basically, Will and I are going to be buying an apartment in Bournemouth, which is the city where our jobs are. And we eventually went hunting. We found somewhere, and I'll share that later. But it is going to take a couple months just to finally get our mortgage approved and blah, blah, blah. Buying houses is just a lot of work, and it's just a lot of paperwork, and things move slowly. So we had to do that little by little, and we started the process, but it's going to be a couple months. So basically, Will and I are living with his parents, which is so thoughtful and sweet of them. They are amazing and so generous, and told us we can live with them for as long as we need, which is good because we don't exactly know how long this whole process will take. So Will's bedroom, which is chaotic because we came back with our 10 suitcases, and then I was sick, and we were just living out-of-work bags and made such a mess. So we were going to be living there for the next few weeks. So I'll show you the before video and I'll show you the after video, but I just took some home decor that I've been buying on Facebook Marketplace since being here, and I put it in there, and we hung up all of our clothes. We just made it a really nice space for us to be able to relax. And I love, you know, candles, and I love things to feel really cozy and comfy and tidy, and I love some wicker baskets. So yeah, over the course of the last couple months, I've been Facebook Marketplacing a bunch of things, and Will's parents have been going and picking them up for me, which is like the sweetest thing ever. So I just collected some stuff that I was able to just put in the bedroom, make it feel a little bit more adult-like as well, because of course Will had like trophies and so many things from his childhood up in the bedroom, so we were able to make a keepsake box and just kind of make it a nice space for us in the meantime. So after we were done quarantining, we were really excited because even though there's not that much to do, since basically all of England is locked down, or tier 4, aka locked down, we didn't really do anything crazy, but of course we got to go to the grocery store again for the first time. I got to do a few more Facebook Marketplace runs, and really fun. Right before Christmas, Will's parents and then us two went to Bournemouth and stayed the weekend in a hotel and went house hunting. We saw like 10 or 11 different places, and as of now we found the one and we're really excited. House hunting was exhausting and so fun at the same time. I'll insert some clips of just how beautiful Bournemouth is. It's a beach city, so we will be living on the ocean if the current place that we have works out, and it is just gorgeous. Of course it's winter right now, so there are days that it's pretty gray and rainy, but when it's sunny and beautiful, I just can't wait. It's a sand beach, which is so fun for me since I'm from Southern California. So we found a place. It's just a 2-bedroom apartment in a huge apartment building that sits right on the coast, and we're really excited because again, it's in the beginning stages, and I'm just, until like things are confirmed, I'm not gonna show any pictures or anything, but it is a bit of a fixer-upper. Will and I are taking on a little bit of a project. We will need to redo the kitchen and redo the bathroom and put new carpets in, redo the windows and paint and a lot of things. But I think once we are done, again, if it works out and we end up going with this one, it's going to be so beautiful and perfect, and it's an amazing location, and it's super safe, and it just feels really right for us. So we are really excited about it, and we gave an offer and it was accepted, but again, mortgage stuff, just figuring out all of that. When Will and I eventually are there, we will video the whole process and renovations, because I've never done anything like this in my life. At Christmas and New Year's, which was amazing. We got to be with Will's family again. We ended up being in tier 4, which is, or tier 3 and then tier 4, I don't really remember. So we just stuck with the people we were living with. We didn't see anyone else, and we were really lucky because we all really like each other. So we had a lot of fun just spending time with one another. And basically all that's been going on in my life. People here have been amazing with Will and I. It's a huge move, and we really miss California. And perfectly honest, like, moving in the middle of a pandemic was really hard. Will and I have, you know, so much to be thankful for, and we really have like nothing to complain about in the reality of what's happening in the world and, you know, what people are going through around us. But for us personally, what we found hard was just leading up to moving. COVID was just going crazy in LA County, and we lived in LA County in Long Beach, and we wanted to say bye to people and hug people and have a party, but we didn't get to do these things. And even my grandparents, you know, we wore masks and waved at them from 6 feet apart and didn't touch them, and different things like that made it really sad. It was a really sad time to move because you weren't able to necessarily do all the things you would like to when you're moving to a different country, like across the world. I always say moving across the country. It's not moving across the country, it's moving to a different country. So moving across the world made it a bit of a bummer. And I've had days since I've been here, it's been about 3 weeks, where it'll feel really great and I can really see myself living it here, and then I'll have days where I just feel really sad and miss my friends and my family and miss the things that I knew and the things that were normal for me, and my Starbucks drive-thrus and my thrift stores and different things like that. And it's just a really big adjustment, and I just had to have grace for myself. And I'm really lucky because about 2.5 years ago, Will, my husband, made the same journey over to California. He moved to the US. That's when we, you know, got engaged and got to plan our wedding. We got married and we lived there for the last year. So I know that he's done it, which has been amazing, and he's just incredible, and Jesus is really getting me through it and helping me stay positive. But I do have days that are really hard, but people here have been amazing and so kind and so welcoming. That's basically an update. I hope I answered everybody's questions and got to like let you in a little bit on how it all went. It's a lot of work and it's really hard, but it's such an amazing thing as well, and worth doing if you ever get the opportunity to move across the world to a new country. It really is eye-opening and humbling, and it just grows you as a person, and that's what I'm experiencing. So yes, please stay tuned for a lot more videos coming. Being an American in the UK is definitely a new experience, and so I can't wait to just keep everybody up to date with my happenings and the things I'm doing and renovating and just learning the ropes here and driving on the opposite side of the road. So if you're interested in things like that, like and subscribe for me. It really helps me out. I'm really excited to just be like more dedicated to my channel this year, grow our family on YouTube and make lots of new friends. I will leave all my social media links in the description below if you want to follow me. I post like up-to-date things on there. And yeah, I will see you guys soon. I believe the next thing I'm going to film for you is just a day in the life of Tier 4 life working from home. It's really fun, but I think I will do that next. And I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye!